Hello everyone, this is Doc from the Wealth Boardroom. A warm welcome to all of you. Here at the Wealth Boardroom, we're all about financial literacy and empowerment, and today we're peeling back the curtain on a topic that affects millions: cash-back programs. Ever wondered if these programs are a boon or a bane? Do they truly offer free money? Or is there a catch hidden in the fine print? Well, we're about to find out. So, let's delve deeper into the world of cashback programs. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly are cashback programs? Well, they're more or less a type of perk offered by credit card companies. Here's how they work. Every time you use your credit card, a certain percentage of your spending is given back to you. This percentage can vary depending on the credit card and the type of purchase, but typically it's somewhere between 1 and 2%. The primary purpose of these programs is to incentivize credit card usage. The more you swipe, the more you earn back. It's a seemingly straightforward and appealing concept, right? You spend money and then you get some of it back. It's almost like you're being paid to shop. But let's dig a bit deeper. Where does the cash back come from? Well, credit card companies make a considerable sum by charging businesses a processing fee, usually around 3% on all transactions. This fee is how they can afford to give you that 1 to 2% cash back. However, with most businesses now charging an additional 3% if you use a credit card for payment, it seems like you, the credit card holder, are essentially paying for your own cash back. You're charged a 3% processing fee by businesses for paying with a credit card, and then you get 1 to 2% back from the credit card company. Cashback programs, therefore, are not so much a generous gift from your credit card company, but rather a clever marketing strategy. They encourage you to spend more, assuring you that you'll receive a portion of your money back. But in reality, you're just cycling your own money around. That's not to say there are no benefits to cashback programs. They can be a useful tool for managing expenses if used wisely, but it's essential to understand the dynamics at play before getting swept up in the allure of free money. So essentially, these programs are a form of reward for using credit cards. But remember, it's not quite as simple as it seems. But where did these cashback programs originate from? To answer that, we will delve back into the mid-20th century. It was around the 1950s when credit cards themselves were becoming widespread. In the early days, companies used these programs as a marketing tool to attract consumers to their credit cards. Fast forward to the 1980s, and we see Discover Card entering the scene, shaking things up with their own cashback program. They offered a small percentage of annual purchases back to the cardholder at the end of the year, a novelty at the time. As competition heated up, other credit card companies followed suit, each trying to outdo the other with more enticing cashback offers. Over the years, these programs have become more sophisticated and diverse, with varying percentages for different categories of purchases and even tiered systems rewarding higher spending. As you can see, cashback programs have a rich history and have evolved significantly over time. Now, let's unravel the true reality of these cashback programs. You see, every time you swipe that shiny plastic card, businesses are subjected to a 3% processing fee by the credit card companies. Essentially, every $100 you spend costs the business $3 extra. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's the cost of doing business, right? But here's the kicker. These businesses, in an attempt to mitigate this expense, often charge an additional 3% fee to customers who choose to pay by credit card. So, what does this mean for you, the credit card holder? Well, every time you choose to pay by credit card, you're essentially paying a 6% convenience fee. 3% goes to the business to cover their processing fees, and the other 3% goes directly to the credit card company. Now, let's talk about the cash back you receive. Most credit card companies offer between 1 to 2% cash back on your purchases. So, let's say you spend $100 on your credit card. You get back, let's be generous, $2. However, you paid $6 extra for the convenience of using your credit card. Simple math tells us you're down by $4. So, while it might seem like you're getting free money with these cashback programs, the reality is a little different. The cash back is just a portion of the extra money you're already paying. It's not additional savings, but a refund of your own money. When you look at it this way, it appears that the credit card companies have found a clever way to make you pay for your own cash back. They charge you extra, give a part of it back as cash back, and you're left feeling like you scored a great deal. So it seems like you are paying for your own cash back, doesn't it? Let's now explore why people tend to spend more and buy unnecessary things when using credit cards. The psychology behind credit card usage is quite fascinating. It revolves around the concept of pain of paying, a term coined by the renowned behavioral economist Dan Ariely. The pain of paying refers to the discomfort we feel when parting with our money. When we pay with cash, this pain is immediate and tangible. We feel it every time we hand over those crisp banknotes. On the contrary, when we use credit cards, this pain is deferred and hence diminished. The act of swiping a card doesn't elicit the same emotional response as paying with physical money. This disconnect between payment and purchase makes us less aware of the money we're spending, leading to more impulsive and frivolous purchases. Another psychological factor at play is the illusion of gain, particularly with cashback programs. We feel like we're gaining something every time we use our credit cards, making us more inclined to spend. However, as we've discussed earlier, we're often just recouping a part of the additional charges that we pay. Moreover, the ease and convenience of credit cards can make us lose track of our spending. With just a swipe or a tap, we can buy whatever we want. This convenience often makes us overlook the fact that we're actually borrowing money and that we'll have to pay it back with interest. Finally, there's the status symbol effect. Credit cards, especially high-end ones, can be seen as a status symbol. They give us a sense of prestige and can make us feel more affluent. This can lead to a lifestyle inflation, where we spend more to maintain a certain image. It's clear that credit cards can sometimes lead us to make impulsive and unnecessary purchases. Awareness of these psychological factors is the first step towards using credit cards responsibly and avoiding the pitfalls of unnecessary debt. But how does this affect our ability to build generational wealth, you might wonder? Well, let's delve into that. Every time we swipe a credit card, we're not just spending our money, but also paying a fee, which is often passed on to us by businesses. This might seem insignificant on a small scale, but over time, it can add up and become a considerable drain on our resources. Moreover, the lure of cash back rewards often leads to overspending, further depleting our wealth. This is money that could have been invested for long-term growth, contributing to generational wealth. On the contrary, using cash or a bank debit card can help us be more mindful of our spending. It's direct, tangible, and without the hidden costs of credit card fees. It encourages us to live within our means and save more, paving the path for wealth accumulation. So, it seems that the key to building generational wealth might lie in being more mindful of our purchasing habits. So, are cash back programs worth it? The answer is a bit complex. Let's take a quick stroll down memory lane. We've dissected the mechanics of cashback programs and traced their origins. We've seen how these programs are funded by a 3% processing fee that credit card companies levy on businesses, a cost often passed on to us, the consumers. We've also delved into the hidden costs of using credit cards. Sure, it feels great to get some money back, but remember, we may end up spending more on unnecessary items due to the psychological effects of using plastic over hard cash. Most importantly, we've explored the impact of credit card usage on building generational wealth. The reality is, while credit cards may offer short-term benefits, they could inhibit long-term financial growth. That 3% fee we pay for each transaction, it adds up over time, potentially eroding our ability to accumulate wealth for future generations. So, is it worth it? It depends on your financial goals and spending habits. If you're disciplined and strategic, you might come out ahead. But if you're prone to impulse purchases, you may want to think twice. Ultimately, using cash or a bank debit card could be a more viable alternative for long-term wealth building. Thank you for joining us today in the Wealth Boardroom. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more insights on financial matters.